Well, hello and thanks for joining me. So this was right in the middle of making a larger video on the JVC 770. Basically it was dragging and sort of hanging up and snarling up tapes and just being a nuisance really. So I changed the belt, which I did here. And whilst I had the back off to change the belt, I found this little beauty, which is obviously the idler tyre in the back of the unit. So I replaced it with an O-ring that I had to hand, which I hoped would be correct, but it's just marginally too big, because what it was doing is as you press play, it was working okay, and just as you lock it down to press play properly, it was hanging up and stopping and starting and being a bit random. So what I'm doing is just finding my next O-ring down before I have to go ahead and order a new tyre. I thought if I try the next size O-ring down, we may be able to get it to work. So very quickly this time round, I'm just going to show you how to take apart the, or how to get to the mechanism to change the belt on a M770. So first up, we'll just get out the circuit board mounting screws, which have got the orange washers on here, the rubber washers. There's 3 the same, and then there's also a slightly longer one here. So we get these 4 out. Detach any sort of cable clips or anything that may be to hand. Then we also need to disconnect the microphone, certainly on one side if not both, just to give us some slack. Then we disconnect the multi-plugs around the side of the circuit board. So there's 3 there, there's a smaller one at the front, but we'll just pull it back. That's it, watching out for the switches. And then there's a 2-pronged one just down here, which pulls downwards, not the same direction as the others. Okay, that's fine. So that's the circuit board pretty much free now. Now the problem we do have with it is it's held in place in a couple of places. One of which is a bit frustrating is a 5-way sort of ribbon connector, which is underneath. But if you get that out, you can generally actually get the whole unit carefully away, and that exposes the belt should you need to change it. So that's the and there's nothing else to get off for that. That literally is just that. The problem I've got, however, is the idler belt on the inside. So we go ahead again, and this time take 1 screw which has got the grounding strap here. We've got another screw here, a 3rd one holding the spacer sort of circuit board holder here. So we get this one out. And then the 4th one, which also holds another cable clip in that corner. And then once you've got that screw out of there, doesn't want to come out now, but it'll fall out as soon as I put it down. So there we go, right, that's that one. That's basically it. So if you're careful now, and just support the board as well, then the tape mechanism, oh no, I tell a lie, I missed the 5th screw, sorry, just there. So that's that, and then the unit comes away. That's it, and that comes away like so. So it's literally as quick as that. And then in my particular example, I had to change this idler tyre, and you may see it, if I just zoom in, you see I put an O-ring in there, and I thought I'd done just the job, but unfortunately it's just a tiny bit too tight, so that as you fully press the play button down, it just puts that tiny bit too much pressure on and stops it from rolling freely. So I'm going to put the smaller one on now.